How are you all doing? Welcome back to Crypto Blitz, where you can get your fix of cryptocurrency. I'm Triple Van Winkle, your host. I hope that today is fantastic for everyone. One of my favorite days is Taco Tuesday, which is this Tuesday. On Wednesday, there will be a live feed. We used to get a payday Friday after softball kickball on Thursdays. Something always gets acquired. We have something going on all the time. Let me tell you that. However, there is a lot to discuss in this episode. The next step for Ripple. It could completely upend the cryptocurrency industry, and nobody anticipated this. We will dissect everything. We'll also investigate BlackRock's behind-the-scenes activities. Rust is listed on Gemini. We will investigate Ethereum. Morgan Stanley's remarks regarding the M2 money supply and XRP. Without ado, people, have a seat and unwind. Let's get started. 93,879. Bitcoin. Right now, it has dropped 24% in the last day. The price of Ethereum is 1,776. Right now, it is down 39%, while XRP is sitting at a cool $29. Both USDT and USDC are trading at their 99-cent pegs. I don't think it's too bad. The total market value of cryptocurrencies is $2 trillion. So, we're at those all-time highs from 2020. Everything is fine. As if everything is fine. We are in a great position to keep moving forward. Hopefully, this bull cycle will bring us to the $5 to $7 trillion level. Time would tell though. This was included in the day's first video. You watched the second video, even though you were unable to watch the first one. Boom, boom, boom. Join the trade group now. Look, new deals and market analysis every morning. It has been released. This group is free. I'm going to begin creating videos specifically for this group. I'm recording my travels. If you'd like, you can join the voyage. In this group, Ripple Van Winkle. Calm, we've increased by more than 300%. It's as easy as that. Gordon released this. More M2 alpha worldwide. He's correct. This is the chart. M2 is green, and Bitcoin is orange. You can see where Bitcoin is now, and what happened to the M2 following that. There is a delay. Keep in mind that there will be a delay of 4 to 8 weeks. You know what follows though? The value of Bitcoin will increase and skyrocket. Then we have this. Excuse me, but yesterday night we printed 1 billion USDT. We have more than 1 trillion. All of this money will eventually find its way into the cryptocurrency market. Everything. When is the question? And if you've been listening, you know that this has been developing for a while. People ask why the price isn't changing. Well, because they are holding it and printing it. The market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies has increased as a result, but no other factors have changed. Everything is about to blow up because they are printing and holding this. Exposes the BlackRock 13F filing. Well, people, BlackRock is more over $5 billion in Bitcoin. I should mention holdings tied to Bitcoin. Please pardon me. Let's check to make sure. 4 billion. I mean, are you serious? That's crazy. Additionally, Gemini declared that Rust can now be traded on Gemini instead of XRP. This is on the Ethereum network. Only Rust was listed on Ethereum. No, it has no bearing whatsoever on the price or the XRP ledger. I want to be really clear about that. If you still haven't moved on, we've just relaunched XRP, the biggest news website for XRP Ripple in one place. Take a look. Throughout the day, changes and new information are added. I mean, I slept through the entire day after waking up this morning. There will likely be 15 to 20 pieces covering all the most recent advancements. You can find everything you need to know about price analysis of XRP and Ripple here. In the Q1 rise, XRP outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum. As we reported in this article, we actually dissected. We examined XRP, its performance in the first quarter, and our future direction. However, Garlinghouse really dropped the bombshell on us in that quarter report. So I want to talk about the next step here. No, it's more than a market gimmick. Don't worry. This isn't just a hazy hint at something spectacular that will happen soon. This is the most significant move Ripple has made yet, and it may have an effect on your wallet, international crypto laws, and the future of XRP. What Brad disclosed in this report, what it means for Ripple, what it means for us XRP holders, and how this might cause the worst upheaval the cryptocurrency industry has seen in years are all going to be discussed. And believe me when I say that this is the most crucial component of all, yet almost anyone is truly discussing it. So, people, don't start snatching during the video. It's imperative that you turn it up and pay attention up here. The big picture here is the background of Ripple's first public offering IPO. Ripple is not your typical blockchain business. If you own XRP, you probably already know this. The company Ripple was founded in 2012. It has over 20 billion XRP in it, has more than 100 financial institutions as partners. Right now, I believe that figure is far greater. About 500 or 600 years have passed since Ripple last issued a statement, which was probably a few years ago. Therefore, we could also be near the 800-900. Ripple has partnerships with several of our biggest banks. Among the prominent ones are Santander and SBI. Additionally, Ripple has been expanding behind the scenes despite the SEC's intense legal struggle. We can call it a partial victory because Ripple scored, and even though the litigation is still sort of hanging over them, it is now essentially finished. We may declare it a complete victory. They had to pay a lot of money, after all. Ripple's technology is being used by governments, banks, and investment organizations to tokenize and transfer real-world wealth. Additionally, the engine under the hood is XRP. That's not simply an IPO. It's the true next step. And since we own XRP, I don't think it really matters if the IPO is in the US or abroad. Ripple stock is not owned by us. Perhaps some of you do. I don't. Ripple's IPO is fine with me because I own XRP. It's interesting to observe what goes on behind the scenes. But this goes beyond new collaborations. Nobody is noticing that Ripple is poised to become the Amazon Web Service of tokenized finance. So people, let's take this home. Brad Garlinghouse provided us more than just a glimpse of what goes on behind the scenes. It is a comprehensive roadmap for the future. Significant institutional advances into real-world tokenized assets, increased legal clarity following the SEC case, a potential Ripple IPO outside of the US, and XRP's positioning as a global liquidity bridge. It's not just him. This is taking place. From a cryptocurrency startup, Ripple is developing into a major financial force. And despite all the nonsense it has endured over the years, XRP now appears to be a sleeping giant. Remember that Ripple still has a sizable XRP war chest. You can be sure that the company will make smart use of those assets if it decides to go public. XRP linked to dividends may be incorporated into new financial products or utilized as a reward. Therefore, this might be the start of a true value unlock if you own XRP, not because of a moon boy prophecy, but rather due to wise decisions and the implementation of real infrastructure. Pay close attention to Ripple because this game is evolving quickly. I'll just leave it at that. Look, be polite to one another, be courteous, and wash your stupid hands. Ripple Vinwinkle has been removed. See you in next video.